So good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for being here today. I'm pleased to welcome you to this roundtable discussion featuring the Mayor of York and North Yorkshire, David Skaith, organised by SME for Labour. Today's discussion will focus on some of the most pressing issues facing our SMEs, such as regional economic development, sustainability, support for high streets and local businesses. And I'm also particularly keen, I'll take a bit of chair's privilege, I'm also keen to hear what David's thoughts are on housing and that sort of area as well. So this is an opportunity to collaborate and delve deeper into approaches and strategies that matter to our communities and businesses. We're privileged to have Mayor Skaith joining us today. As a small business owner himself, he brings first-hand experience and understanding to the challenges and opportunities that SMEs face. He's been instrumental in championing initiatives that enhance regional growth, combat retail crime and promote sustainability, including efforts towards net zero and transport improvements, and I know housing work as well. And we look forward to hearing his perspectives and plans. Following the Mayor's keynote address, we'll move into a roundtable discussion and happy to take questions from as many people as we can. And I encourage everyone to participate in this session, make it as impactful and meaningful as possible. And then at about 25 past 11, I'll just do some concluding remarks and we'll aim to finish dead on 11:30, if that's okay with everybody. Do feel free during it to get up and get some more coffees and teas if you need them. But with that, I'm going to hand over, and my pleasure to introduce Mayor David Skaith. David, over to you.
As you touched on there, my background is not politics. If you'd have seen me campaign, you'd have seen that firsthand that my background isn't politics. I very much come from being, thank you very much. I've been a small business owner for about 10 years. I own a men's clothing shop in York. Before that, I worked for VF, who are one of the biggest retailers in the world. So they own Jansport, Timberland, a few other brands like that. And before that, I worked in hospitality actually. So I was a food and beverage manager at the Grand Hotel in York, which is the first 5-star hotel York had, and the food and beverage manager at the Majestic Hotel in Harrogate, which is a great big old Victorian hotel, which is a beautiful place. If you ever get an opportunity to go, please do go and visit. So my background is very much the high streets and those small businesses. I'm a very proud small business owner. I do still own my shop. I've worked one day in it this year, back in February, so I can't actually remember where the shop is half the time. But I have an excellent team who look after it. I feel like people always say, oh, high streets and small businesses are dying. I don't believe so. I think it's just changing. I think the whole environment around particularly our high streets is just changing and evolving over time. What you think of a high street now is actually a fairly new phenomenon. But I think how we adapt and evolve with them, I think it's very important that we go on that journey and we don't look at things like all the negatives around maybe social, around online shopping, for example, or out of town shopping. We actually work with them and we evolve in time. For me, the reason why I stood for Mayor, and I do have to ask myself this on a fairly regular basis, why I'm doing this. I think like a lot of people, I became quite tired and fed up with the way I saw everything going, the way politics going, the way I just saw our frontline services been hammered, basically.
That's great, thank you. Demonstrate quite a grasp of the brief, I think already, very impressive. I'd just like to say thank you, David, very much for that contribution, but to all of you, thank you very much. As a proud Lancastrian, that's the longest I've ever spent talking about Yorkshire in my life, without talking about how better our football teams are than yours. But thank you very much for all coming. Thank you very much for all your participation today and the impactful discussion on challenges and opportunities facing SMEs. And I think actually we had a wider discussion than just SMEs. Special thanks to Mayor David Skaith for sharing his perspectives. It's clear to me that you've got a real grasp of the brief very quickly, and I'll keep a very interested thing because we hope massively for Labour will see the investment in public services that this country so desperately needs, and I think that's why so many people voted Labour in the last election, and it's really on people like yourselves to actually see that through and deliver that. Just a quick plug for SME for Labour. We strive to support our SMEs throughout the year by organising a number of these events and initiatives. As part of our ongoing efforts, we have another major event coming up, the annual SME for Labour Gala Dinner on Tuesday, December the 10th. If you haven't got your tickets, it's a great event. Many of the ministers from government will be turning up. I think it's just over the Wedgwood Bridge Hotel next door. So if there are tickets, speak to one of the SME for Labour team around here and we can talk to you about how to get tickets and attend. But thank you once again for your time, ideas and commitment. Together we can continue to drive positive change for SMEs and the communities we serve. Just to say thank you very much again to David for giving thanks in a traditional way. Thank you.